One of the teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked him, "Of all the commandments, which is the most important?" "The most important one," answered Jesus, "is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this. Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these." "Well said, teacher," the man replied. "You are right in saying that God is one, and there is no other but him. To love him with all your heart, with all your understanding, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself is more important than all burnt offerings and sacrifices." When Jesus saw that he had answered wisely, he said to him, "You are not far from the kingdom of God." And from then on, no one dared ask him any more questions.
Mark chapter 12, verses 28 to 34. I'm standing on the Aldwick Road outside of a kingdom. It is the fish kingdom. Do you know, I think I'm probably quite an authority on the local fish and chip shops around here. I know all about them. And here we have the fish kingdom. Jesus has been facing a bit of a tag team of different people who are asking him various questions. And this is one of the times he gives a straight answer to a question. What is the most important commandment? And he answers, to love God with all of our heart, soul, strength and mind, and to love our neighbours as ourselves. Love God and love people. You know, loving our neighbours is so important. I put our postcode where I live, just up the road, into a website that tells you about the local crimes. Did you know that Neighbourhood Watch is still a thing? And I was quite saddened to see that it tells me that in the last month there have been, in the mile radius of my postcode, 394 crimes. And the most local was in fact violent crime. There's drug crime, shoplifting, burglary, all manner of different crimes. So that doesn't to me sound at all neighbourly. Loving our neighbours is really important. It might be that a lot of people actually think that the way in which we get to be accepted by God and get into the kingdom is by being a nice and good person. But that isn't the case. Jesus says there is something even more of a priority than loving our neighbours and being a good neighbour. And it is putting God first. It's loving him, giving him all of ourselves, loving him with all of our strength and our mind and soul and heart. In fact, the tables of the New Testament, of the Ten Commandments in the Old Testament, are kind of divided into two. The first few are all about putting God first, and then the second half of the commandments are all about loving our neighbours, loving people. So this person, this teacher of the law, agrees with Jesus about his understanding of the commandments. And he even says, do you know what? That's even more important than all of my religious ritual. And to that, Jesus says, you are near to the kingdom. You know, right now, I am very near to the fish kingdom, but I'm not on the inside of it, I'm still on the outside. How about you and the kingdom of God? Are you near? Are you on the inside or still on the outside? It's not enough just to know all of the right answers, to be able to sort of pass the test of getting the answers right and having all the kind of the knowledge all about the commands. What we need to do is to put our trust in, to believe in Jesus, the King, for forgiveness. That is how we get on the inside of the kingdom. Father, thank you so much that Jesus can bring about forgiveness